the realest gang, I'm back with another video, and in today's video I have another word for y'all, and today's word is they are watching you. And the way that I got this word was through a series of confirmations of things that has been happening. You get what I'm saying? And the first one was a dream, and the second one is just seeing things play out in reality. Let me tell y'all the dream. So the dream consisted of, people just like watching me. In the dream, I was walking my dog, and people just was like staring at me. I couldn't perceive them, but like, I don't know, like it felt like my spirit came out of my body, and I was just looking at the various people that was watching me while I was walking him. It was just weird because I was walking my dog, but at the same time my spirit was everywhere. You get what I'm saying? It could see this person watching me, it could see this person watching me, and what they wanted to do to me and things of that nature. And it wasn't nothing positive that they wanted to do to me per se. You get what I'm saying? And then nowadays I'm just seeing people be inspired by me in a sense. I'm seeing things change about people that wasn't there, and basically what God is saying is that they are inspired by you. And that's basically the word, actually. They are inspired by you. Even if they hate you, they're still inspired by you because they're still watching you. They're still keeping tabs up with you. They're still stalking you and things of that nature. So it's just to say that you inspire them in a way that, wouldn't make sense to them. It doesn't make sense to them because they hate to be inspired by you. They hate to look up to you. You get what I'm saying? But since you're an example, since you're leading by God and what He's doing within your life, people are seeing that. People are seeing God within you. It's not you per se, but it's God within you. And they're seeing these things of you changing, and they want to change too, but they just don't know how to change. Their stubborn, prideful, egotistical, narcissistic ways. You get what I'm saying? God says it, be a light to this world, because in this world, I'm not saying that this world is full of evil, right? But what I am saying is that this world is full of evil. You get what I'm saying? What I mean by it's not full of evil people is that there's still good people out here. But what I mean by that there is a lot of evil people out here is that there is a lot of evil people out here. And, a lot of people act the same. It's just a cycle that is already ongoing that wants to be broken, but at the same time wants to be kept, because it's like these people, they'll never admit to you, like, you know what, I'm inspired by you. You know what, I want to change. I'm seeing the results of your change, and I'm inspired by it. And they'll never give you that credit. And not to say that you're the one who gets that credit, because all credit and all praise and glory goes to God first. You get what I'm saying? Goes to Him, period. But what I am saying is that they'll really look at you and make you feel less than, because they don't want to admit, or they don't want to be honest with themselves. Like, yes, I am inspired by this person. One time somebody told me they were intimidated by me. And at the time, this person was telling me it as a compliment. But I didn't take it as a compliment, because I'm like, what is there to be intimidated about? You get what I'm saying? Like, because at the time, I think I was like 18. And I'm just like still learning myself, still growing in that sense. And, this person just told me they were intimidated by me. I was like, me? Because nobody has ever told me that. Nobody has ever, you get what I'm saying? I was always the ugly duckling, the one left behind, and things of that nature. So it was something like new to me. These people are inspired by you, and you give them inspiration, because in this godless generation, in this fatherless, motherless, parentless generation, they see a good person. They see potential. They see strive. They see drive. They see all of that. They are not blind to it, y'all. They can see you for who you are. And they can see themselves for who they are. And this is why they hate the fact that it had to be you that they were inspired by. Because they would have loved if it was somebody else. Because it's you. Because you're known as something that you weren't before. You know, because they see the change, they're like, how am I inspired by this person? Why am I inspired by this person? But that's the God within you. That's God within you. They are inspired by that. Because, like I'm saying, you don't see a lot of good people in this world. And as much as we want to be like, oh, this, that, and the third, there are good people out here. But it's hard to find. You get what I'm saying? It's very rare to find a real person, a genuine person. So when they come across you, they feel like it's too good to be true in a sense. Because it's like everyone around them and, you know, not everyone around them per se, but everything around them and things that they hear and, you know, things that they do personally is not good. Is not pleasing in God's sight. So they look at you being consistent, being different, being you. And they're like, wow. Deep inside, that's how they feel. But you know what they're going to do in order to make you feel like they're not inspired by you, like they don't see you, like you're less than? They'll really start being sarcastic with you, making fun of you. What else? Being passive aggressive with you. That's the biggest one. You will know that somebody is inspired by you when they're passive aggressive with you. Passive aggressive is nothing but them project. That's the word. Yes. They'll project their emotions onto you. Their negative emotions onto you. What they feel about themselves onto you. Because you're at a different level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, than them. And over here, it clearly says what I just said. It says passive aggressive behavior is when you express negative feelings indirectly instead of openly talking about them. And that's what they do. They just drag all this negativity onto you so you could feel how they feel, which is terrible, which is horrible, which is mentally and emotionally abusive. That is abusive. But this is what these people do because they hurt inside. And I've personally come around these people, these types of people, whether that be family or friends. And I know when it's happening to me, when somebody's being passive aggressive or when somebody's trying to, joke around in the sense where, they're projecting their negativity onto me. I could catch on really quick because of that gift that God gave us all, which is discernment. I could catch on. And I usually feel so bad for these type of people. And I'm not even saying that as I'm above or beyond or I'm perfect, but it's just the fact that you really have to do and say all of these things instead of working on yourself. It's just sad. It's just sad because I think about it this way. If they never fix themselves, if they never challenge themselves, if they never heal themselves, if they never want to walk this righteous path with God, what is life really for them? Because it ain't going to be the materialistic things. It ain't going to be the money. It ain't going to be the females. It ain't going to be the males. It ain't going to be the attention. Because at the end of the day, when you're alone in your room, you're alone by yourself with your thoughts, with all of that. And who are you going to call on to? The money? The females? The males? The attention? Because all of that fades away. This is the thing about passive aggressive people. This is the thing about these types of people, is that God is giving them a chance to find themselves. Why do you think the jealousy and all of that? I've come to a realization. Why do you think they feel so jealous and all of these things? Is because God is knocking on their hearts. God is saying, you need to fix this jealousy. You need to fix that enviousness. You need to fix this. You need to fix that. But what do? They hold on to these things instead of Oh, Lord Jesus. I said something. They hold on to these things instead of fixing it. And that's their main issue. Is that they're looking over here. They're looking over here instead of here. Instead of here. They're looking at the next person instead of fixing themselves. And this is why they are so admired by you. This is why they admire you. This is why you inspire them, in a sense, where they want to do better, but they'll never tell you. The reason why they're inspired by you is because of who they see, who you were before, and who you're turning into now. You used to be like them. You used to be like them. But you found God, and you found a higher way of thinking. Because you knew that the way that you were thinking before was not it. And this is why God says you have to be born again. Because we are born as sinners. This is our sinful nature. To be looking at the next person, to be like hating, to be, you get what I'm saying? Even though some people are not really like that, because, I'll be honest, I'm not really like that. But, when I see other people doing things, I'm just inspired. I'm like so happy for them. Even if I don't know them, I'm like, wow, kudos to you. But these people, they have a deep-rooted issue. And God is trying to knock on their hearts. But what do they keep doing? They keep looking at the next person. They keep looking at the next person. And this is why also God says focus on Him, and then the rest will be added, because He knows the devil can distract us with so many things, with so many physical things. And it's deeper than the physical. It's deeper than the physical, y'all. And this is what these people don't understand. And, I was reading Psalms, the book of Psalms, and, Saul was going after David because Saul saw something in David that he wanted. And he had things. Saul had a lot. But because he was looking to David, he lost all his focus. And he started to put all his focus on this person. He was inspired in a sense, but he wanted to kill him. And that's what jealousy does to you. That's what envy does to you. It makes you want to hurt a person because your insecurities are telling you, or you feel as though this person is better. Or they might be like, who this person think they is, or something like that. You get what I'm saying? But it's a deep-rooted issue. Instead of looking to the next person, they got to look at themselves. Because they're going to be going around this roller coaster where they're looking at this person. They're looking at that person. They're looking at that. And it's just going to be mentally exhausting for them. But some people get stuck in this cycle. And they really like it. They like to hate. They like to envy. They like to be jealous. And let me tell you, I know that because I had a friend who would just, I had to cut her off, but, she would just scroll on Instagram, hating on people. And I literally told her, you're a hater. But at the time I was joking, because we used to joke around and things like that. But I told her, I'm like, she will always show me this person and just talk down on them. I'm like, what's the issue? What's really the issue? You get what I'm saying? She would hate so much. She would make so much comments. And I'm just and I started peeping that, and I'm like, What if she feels like that about me too? You get what I'm saying? And God revealed a lot to me within that process. I knew this person was hating on me. I knew this person didn't like me. But due to the fact that I didn't want to be alone, due to the fact that I didn't want to be uncomfortable, I kept this person around. And you know, it's not only on their part. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves as well, and we have to be like, why are we keeping this person in our lives? Or why are we telling them what we're doing and things of that nature? Like I said in my previous video, you have to cut these people off because they'll lead you astray. They'll tell you, oh, you do too much, or all this, or all that, and it really could get to you. It really could get to you. Like I'm saying, they could be mentally and emotionally abusive. And do you really want someone like that in your life? You tell me. Think about it. Because while you have this person in your life, the person who is supposed to be that real friend or that real spouse, you're keeping it away from you because you're keeping this person in your life who's bringing you nothing but misery. Misery loves company, by the way. So if somebody is miserable, they're bound to keep you miserable as well, especially if they see you elevated. And it doesn't even have to be like getting a job or, you know, materialistic things. If they see your mental getting better, if they see your emotions getting better, like you're emotionally controlling yourself and things of that nature, like you're disciplining yourself, like with waking up early or, you know, eating breakfast, small things like that can really tick people off because you're trying to do better. So when somebody in that lower frequency or lower level sees you trying to do better, they're going to try to stop you. They're going to try to bring you down, try to say this, try to say that, try to do everything in their power to bring you down. And like I'm saying, it can even lead to them wanting to kill you. It's that deep. It's that deep. These people are nothing to play with. They're 10 steps ahead of you, especially if Satan is working within them. You get what I'm saying? Because if they're not choosing God, who else is within them? Because last time I checked, is no middleman. It's only good and bad. So you have to see it in that sense as well. So these people are inspired by you. And they're seeing that your life is elevating. It doesn't even have to be that you, like I'm saying, you have a job, you have a car, you know, the typical, stereotypical things that, you know, elevating is seen as. You get what I'm saying? But if they see you mentally, emotionally, even physically, you know, working out and things of that nature, they'll want to put a stop to that. They'll see you as a threat. They'll be intimidated. They'll be like, oh, so this person is trying to do better than me. We gonna stop it there. Then they gonna start to do whatever they do, say whatever they say. And so in the book of Psalms, right, this man is going after David because David had a gift. We know what David did wrong, but in that specific scenario, David had no fault. And it's crazy because I was reading Psalms, and you know, he points out that he knows what he has done and things of that nature. And this is what these people don't do. They don't point out what they need help in or whatever they've done wrong and things of that nature. So that's one of the steps that they fail in. And this is why they are inspired by you. Another one is because they see your changing ways. You get what I'm saying? And it's all down to the basis of your change. Your rebirth, in a sense. They're inspired by your rebirth, by the new person who you are becoming, by the sins that you left behind, by the temptations that you left behind to be a better person, to be a better version of yourself. They're inspired But don't get it twisted. You have to be careful with these type of people. So you have to pray for your protection. Pray for your success. Because God downloaded in my spirit that a lot of people are against our success. So we have to pray against that. We have to pray for ourselves because it's real out here. People really hate what they can't have. If they can't have it, they'll do anything to destroy it. It's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, y'all, that's really all I have. And like I always say, read your Bible, study the word, spend time with God, because us prophets, we're just here with a word or whatever the case may be. And like I always say, stay real, be real. Because once you are the realest, you cannot go back to the lies. So I'm going to catch you until